this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon comes this night to Messina.
He is very near by there. He was not 3 leagues off when we left him.
And how many gentlemen have you lost in this action?
A few of any sort, and none of name.
Our victory is twice itself when the achievement brings home full numbers. I read here that Don Pedro has bestowed great honour on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally remembered by Don Pedro.
He has an uncle here in Messina who will be very much glad of it.
I have already been to letters, and there appears much joy in it, even so much so that joy doesn't show itself about the bad business.
We need break out in Messina.
In great measure.
I find them full of kindness. There are no faces truer than those that are so washed. How much better to weep at joy than to joy at weeping.
I pray you, Signor Mantanto, return from the wall.
I know none of that name. There is none such in the army of any sort.
What is it you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, he is returned, and as pleasant as ever he was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed and eaten in these wars, but how many hath he killed, but I promise to eat all of his killing?
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedict too much, but he'll be meat with you, I doubt it not.
He hath done good service, lady.
You had a musty victual, and he had hoped to eat it. He is a very valiant trenchman. He had an excellent stomach.
A good soldier, too, lady.
And a good soldier too, a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord. A man to a man. Stuffed with all honourable virtue.
Is. So indeed, he is no less than a stuffed man.
You must not mistake my niece. There is a kind of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet but there's a fresh skirmish of wit betwixt them.
Alas, he gets nothing by that. In our last conflict, 4 of his 5 wits went holding off, and now is the whole man governed with 1. So that if he have wit enough to keep himself warm, let him bear it for the difference between himself and his horse. For it is all the wealth that he hath left to be known, a reasonable creature. I pray you, who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother. Very easily possible. He wears his faith as the fashion of his hat. It never changes for the next block.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
No. And he were, I would burn my study. I pray you, who is his companion now? Is there no young swearer that will make a voyage with him to the devil?
Claudio!
He will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught than the pestilence. Undertaker runs presently mad. If he have caught the noble Claudio, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be killed.
I will hold friends with you, lady.
You, good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No, not in a hot January.
Don Pedro is approached.
Oh. Her mother many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Ah, Signor Benedict. No, well then that was but a child.
You have it full, Benedict. Truly, the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honourable father.
Signor Leonato be her father. Will not have his head on her shoulders for all Messina.
Oh, I pray that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
Oh, my dear Lady Disdain! Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert you to disdain if you come in her presence.
Darling, is courtesy a turncoat? But it is certain I am loved of all ladies. Only yourself excepted. And I would I could find in my heart I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
Oh, dear happiness to women! They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God, and my cold blood, I am of your cure for that. I would rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Keep your ladyship ever in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall escape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse. And worse, such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot.
Bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse at the speed of your tongue, and so good a continuum. But keep your name, be God's faith. I have done.
Oh, you always end with a taste. I know you of old.
Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my good friend Leonardo have invited us all. I have told him we should stay here at the least a month.
Hey!
And he heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer.
Well, let me bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled to the French, your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please, your grace, lead on.
Come, Leonardo, we will go together.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
She not a modest young lady?
Do you question me as an honest man should do, my simple and true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom, being a professed tyrant less?
Oh, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why? In faith. Methinks she's too low for high praise, too brown for fair praise, too little for great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome.
Thou thinkest I am in sport. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest it.
Would you buy her, that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Oh, yeah. Case, put it into.
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady I ever saw.
I can see yet without spectacles. I see no such matter. Now, there's her cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury. Exceeds her as much in beauty as first of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary. Hero would be my wife.
It's come to this. In faith, hath not the world one man that can wear his cap with suspicion. Shall I never see a bachelor of 30 again?
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonato?
Oh, I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on my allegiance.
Ah, you hear, Count Claudio? I can be secret as a dumb man, I would have you think so. But on my allegiance, mark you this, on my allegiance, he is in love! Yeah! With who? That is your grace's fault. Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
If it was so, so it were uttered.
Amen if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
Speak you this to fetch me in, my lord?
By my troth I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
By my two troths and faiths, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she's worthy I know.
But I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy. Is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will dine this at the stake.
Thou wast always an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
I never could maintain his part, but in the force of his will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her.
Oh,
That she likewise brought me up, I give her most humble thanks. So that I shall have a rich printed in my forehead, or hang my bugle in an invisible baldry. All women shall pardon me, for I shall not do them the wrong to mistrust any. I will do myself the right to trust not. And the fine shall be, for the which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor.
I shall see the ere I die look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, with hunger, my lord, not with love.
As time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bullman, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and sing with my forehead. And let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they signify it under my sign. Here you may see Benedict, the married man.
In the meantime, good signor, prepare to the Arthur. Commend these to him, and tell him we shall not fail in supper, for he's made great preparation.
Well, I have matter enough in me for such an embassage. So, I commit you
To the tuition of God from my house, if I have it.
4th of July, your loving friend, Benedict.
Now, ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience. So,
My lord, your highness may now do me good.
My love is thine to teach. Teach it but how, and thou shalt see how apt it is to learn any hard lesson that may do thee good.
Is not to any such, my lord?
No child but Hero. She's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudius?
Oh, my lord. And when you went onward upon this ended action, I looked on her with a soldier's eye that liked, and had a rougher task in hand than to drive liking in the name of love. But now war thoughts have left their places vacant, in come thronging, soft, delicate desires, all prompting me on how fair Hero is.
If thou dost love Hero, then cherish it. I will break with her and her father, and thou shalt have her. 'Twas not to this end that thou beganst to twist so fine a story.
How sweetly you do minister to love, to know love's grief by its complexion. But lest my liking might too sudden seem, I would have solved it with a longer treaty.
What need the bridge much broader than the flood? The fairest front is the necessity. What shall serve is fit. 'Tis once thou love, and I will fit thee with the remedy. I know we shall have revelling here. I will take some disguise and tell fair Hero I am Claudia, and in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Afterwards with her father I shall break, and she shall be thine. Let us put it into practice.
Oh no, sister. Ah, where is Balthazar? Has he provided his music?
Oh, he's very busy about it. But, brother, I have strange news that you yet dreamt not of.
Are they good?
Well, the event stamps them, but they show good cover. They show well outwardly. I overheard the prince tell Claudio that he loves my niece, your daughter, and meant to acknowledge it to her this night in a dance.
The prince?
And if he found her accordant, he meant to take the present time by the top and instantly break with you of it.
Well, we will hold it but as a dream until it manifests itself. But I will acquaint my daughter with all that she'll be better prepared with an answer, should peradventure this be true. Go you and tell her of it. Balthazar, you know what you have to do. I cry you mercy, friend. Stay here and we will use your skill. I pray you all have a care this busy time. Oh.
There is no measure on the occasion that breathes, therefore the sadness is without limit.
You should hear reason.
And when I've heard it, what blessing brings it?
If not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
I wonder that thou goest about to apply a moral medicine to a mortifying mischief. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy, and tend on no man's business. Laugh when I am merry, deplore no man in his humour.
Hey, but you must not make full show of this, for you may do it without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother. He has taken you newly into his grace, where it's impossible you should make a true route, but by the fair weather that you make yourself. It's needful that you frame the season for your own harvest.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And it better fits my blood to be disdained of all than to fashion a carriage to rob love from any. In this, though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain. I am trusted with a muzzle and enfranchised with a club. Therefore I have decreed not to sing in my cage. If I had my mouth, I would fight. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am, and seek not to alter me.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. Who comes here? What news, Borachio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonardo. And I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on? What is he for a fool that betroths himself to unquietness?
Married is your brother's right.
The most exquisite Claudia, a proper squire. And who? Which way looks he?
Marry on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonardo.
A very forward march, Julie. How came you to this?
I overheard it agreed with the prince should woo him for himself and having obtained give her to the house daughter.
Come. Let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup have all the glory of my overthrow. If I can cross him any way, I bless myself every way. You're both sure and will assist me.
To the death, my lord.
Let us to the great sire. Their cheer is the greater that I am subdued. Shall we go prove what's to be done?
Ladies, come down.
Was not Count John here at supper?
I saw him not.
How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburn now after.
He is of very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Benedict. One, too like an image and says nothing, and the other, too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tagging.
So that half of Signor Benedict's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half of Count John's melancholy on Signor Benedict's face.
With a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man would win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
By my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd as thy tongue.
Indeed, she's too cursed.
Oh, too cursed is more than cursed. I shall lessen God sending that way, for it is said, God sends a cursed cow with short horns, but for a cow too cursed, he sends none.
So by being too cursed, God will send you no more.
Just for the which blessing I am at him on my knees every morning and evening. Lord, I cannot endure a husband with a beard on his face. I would rather lie in the woolen.
Well, you may light upon a husband that has no beard.
What should I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? No, oh none. He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. And he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him. Therefore I will even take sixpence in earnest of the bearkeeper, and lead his apes into hell.
Well, then go you into hell.
No, but to the gate, and there will the devil meet me, like an old cuckold with horns on his head, and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice." Is no place for you made. So, deliver I up my apes, and away to St. Peter for the heavens. He shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, Hero, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Oh, faith, it is my cousin's duty to make courtesy and say, "Father, is it please you?" But for all that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another courtesy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Oh, well, I hope, niece, to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some of the metal than
I
earth.
thought to remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in that time, you know your answer.
Yes, father.
The fault will be in the music, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. For hear me, hero, wooing, wedding, and repenting is as a Scotch jig, a measure, and a sick face. The first suit is hot and hasty, as a Scotch jig, tall and fantastical. The wedding, mannerly, modest, full of boasting and ancientry, and then comes repentance. And with his bad legs, falls faster and faster into the sink place until he sinks into his grave.
Oh, the revelers are entering. Put on your visors.
Lady, will you dance with your friends?
So you dance softly and look sweetly and say nothing. I am yours to dance, especially if I dance away.
With me in your company?
What? I may say so when I please.
When pleasing you to say so?
When I like your favour.
Speak low and speak love.
Well, I would that you didn't like me.
So would not I. For your own sake. For I have many ill qualities.
Which is what?
I sing my praise aloud.
I love you better. The hearers, they cry, amen.
Not naturally with a good dancer.
Amen.
If I keep them out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, Clark.
No more words. The clerk is answered.
I know you well enough. You look at Mistress Antonia.
And the word I don't like.
I know you by the waggling of your head.
Then you know I have the bit hard.
Oh, you cannot do the woman so well as will a very lady. Here's a dry hand up and down. You are she. You are she.
And the word I am not.
Come. You cannot confuse me as somebody that does not know you by your excellent wit. Convert you hide itself. You are she. Go to, Mum. Grace is good here. And there's an end.
No, you shall pardon me.
Will you tell me who you are?
Not that.
I was disabled and I had my good way out of the 100 fairy tale. What? This was still your thing?
What's he? Time.
You think not?
I pray you, what is he?
He is the Princess Chancellor. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in advising impossible scrolls. Not the liberties that I in him, and the commendation is not in his wit, but in his villainy. What? He both pleases men and angers them. I'm sure he's thinking that would he have boarded me.
When another gentleman, tell him what you said.
Do, but break a comparison or two on me, which, peradventure, no mark the love that strikes him into melancholy. Then there's a partridge wing saved, the fool will eat no further than I. Come, we must follow the leaders.
Sure, my brother is amorous on Hero, and had withdrawn her father to break with him about it.
I know him by his bearing.
Signor Benedict.
You know me well, I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on Hero. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth. You may do the part of an honest man in it.
How know you he loves them?
I heard him swear his affection.
I heard him swear it too. He swore he would marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedict that hear these ill news with the ears of Claudia. 'Tis certain so. The prince woo for himself. Friendship is a constant in all other things, save in the office and affairs of love. Therefore, all hearts in love beat with their own tongue. Let every eye negotiate for itself, and trust no agent, for beauty is a witch, against whose charms faith melteth into blood. This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Count Claudio!
Yea, the same.
Come, you with me?
Whither?
Even to next widow. About your own business, County. What fashion will you wear the garland of? About your neck like a usurer's chain, or at your arm like a lieutenant's scarf? You must wear it one way, for her grace hath got your hero.
Wish him enjoy.
Why, that's spoken like an honest drover. Did you think the prince would have served you thus?
Pray you knew.
Did you strike the bride? It was the boy that stole your meat and you'll beat the post.
You will not leave me, then I shall take mine.
Alas, all that time. Greek and sedges. My weak Beatrice should know me and not know me. The Princess Jester? Ha! It may be. I don't know that title because I am married. As I have to do myself wrong, and also refuse it. It is the base, the bitter disposition of Beatrice that takes the world into her person, gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Now, Signor, where's the Count? Did you see him?
I told him, and I think I told him too, that your grace had got the goodwill of this young lady, and I offered in my company to a willow tree. So to make yourself a garland that's being forsaken, or a rod that's been worthy to be whipped.
Leave a bit. What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy, who, being overjoyed at finding a bird's nest, shoots it his companion. He steals it.
Wilt thou make a trust to transgression? The transgression is in the stealer.
I have not been amiss that the garland had been made for the rod either. For the garland he might have worn himself, and the rod he might have bestowed upon you, who, as I take it, have stolen his bird's nest.
I will but teach them to sing and restore them to the owner.
If their singing answer your saying, you say honestly.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. The gentleman who danced with her told she was much wronged by you.
She misused me, past the endurance of a block. An oak, but with one green leaf on it would have answered her. My very visor began to assume life and scold with her. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the Princess Jester. That I was duller than a great fool, huddling jest upon jest, with such impossible conveyance on me. I stood like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs.
Look, here she comes.
Will your grace command me now any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest errand now that you can devise to the Antipodes. I will fetch you a toothpick from the furthest finish of Asia, hair from the great Cham's beard, a length of Prester John's beard. You only have massaged 2 peepees. Rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me.
None but to deserve your good company.
I love not. I cannot endure my Lady Tom.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed. I lent it him a while, a double heart for his single one, married once before he wanted to be with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would not he should do me. Lest I should prove the mother of all fools. I have brought Count Claudio, whom he sent me to seek.
How now, clown? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
Or sick?
Neither.
It's neither sick nor sad, nor merry nor well, but Sybil, Count. Sybil, as an orange. Sorry, that jealous.
In faith, lady, I think you're blazoned to be true. Though I'll be sworn if it be so, his conceit is false. Come, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take of me my daughter, and with her my fortunes. Her grace has won the day, and all grace they are meant to it.
Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfect herald of joy. Whoever's a little happier can say how much. Lady, as I am yours, you are mine. I give myself to you, and I keep those bodies shake.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss, and let him speak not neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Indeed, I thank it, poor fool. Keeps on the windy side of care. My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart. Good Lord, Reliance, thus from everyone to the world but I am sunburnt. I shall sit in a corner and
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I would rather have one of your father's getting. Hath your grace ne'er a brother like you? Your father's got excellent husbands, if a maid can come by them.
Will you have me, lady?
Oh no, my grace, unless I were to have another for working days. Your grace is requested to wear every day, but I beseech your grace, pardon me, I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, for you best become merry. You were born without a question in a merry hour.
No. Sure, my mother cried, and then there was a star dance, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
By my troth, a pleasant spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element about her, my lord. She's never sad but when she sleeps. And never sad then, for my daughter tells me she has often dreamed of unhappiness and awaked herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
By no means.
She were an excellent husband for Benedict.
My lord, if they were but a week married, they would talk themselves mad.
County Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord?
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is hence of just 7 nights, and a time too brief too to have all things answered to my mind.
The time shall not go dully by us. I warrant thee. In the meantime, I shall undertake one of Hercules' labours, and that is to bring the Signor Benedict and Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one for the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not to fashion it, if you three will minister such help as I give the assistance.
My grace, your grace, I'm for you, though it cost me 10 nights watching.
Well, as am I.
And you, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
I will teach you how to humour your cousin so that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your 2 helps, shall so practice on Benedict that he will fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glories shall be ours, for for we are the only Luttons. Go in with me and I will tell you my drift.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonardo.
Yes, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment will be medicinable to me. I am sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord, but so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year hence how much I am in favour of Margaret, Lady Hero's gentleman.
I remember.
I can, at any unseasonable hour of the night, appoint her to look out at her lady chamber's window.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
The poison in that lies for you to temper. Go you to the prince. Spare not to tell him that he hath wronged his honour by marrying the renowned Claudio to a contaminated stale such a one as Hero.
What proof shall I make of that?
Proof enough to misuse the prince, to vex Claudio, to undo Hero, and to kill Leonardo. Look you for any other issue?
Only to despite them I will endeavour anything.
Go then. Find me a meet hour to draw Don Pedro and Claudio alone. Tell them Hero loves me. They will scarcely believe it without trying. Offer them instances which will bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window, than to hear me call Margaret Hero. And bring them to see this the very night before the intended wedding. There shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that jealousy shall be called assurance and all the preparation overthrown.
Grow this to what adverse issue it can. I will put it into practice. Be cunning in the working this, and thy fee is 1,000 coins.
Boy!
Boy!
Signor? In my chamber window lies a book. Bring it hither to me.
But I'm already here.
I know that. I would have thee hence. And here again.
A book.
A book! Come on! I do much wonder that one man, seeing how another man is made a fool when his behaviours are dictated by love, should have he laughed at such shallow follies in others, and become the arguments of his own scorn. And what did he love? And such a man is Claudio. I've known when there was no music for him but the drum and the funk, and we'd rather hear the table or the pipe. I've known when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armour. Now he's as likely to lie 10 nights awake, carving the fashion within Dublin. He was wont to speak plain and two tones, like an honest man, soft. Now he's turned autography. Great words, fantastical banquet, just sending strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I think not. I will not be sworn that the love may make me into an oyster. But I'll take my oath on it till he hath made an oyster of me. He will not make me such a fool. One woman is fair. Yes, I am well. Another is wise.
which I am one.
Another virtuous. Time well. Let till all graces come in one woman. One woman shall not come in my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, well, not for me. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look at her. Mild, come not near me. Noble, not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair should be blonde. Shall be in what colour, please God? Grace and Monsieur. I will hide me in the arbour.
See where Benedict has hid himself. Come about the door, we'll hear that song again.
Oh, good my lord, tax not so bad a voice to slander music any more than once.
I pray thee sing, and let me woo no more.
Because you can talk of wooing, I will sing. Since many a wooer doth commence his suit to her he thinks not worthy. Yet he woos, yet he swears he loves.
I pray thee come, and if thou wilt hold longer argument, do it in notes.
Note this before my notes. There's not a note of mine worth the note.
These are very Protestant. Notes, forsooth, and nothing.
Sigh no more, ladies, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever. One put on sea and one on shore. To one thing but let them go and be you blithe and bonny. Your sons of God into heaven, sing no more of dumps so dull and heavy. Handfuls of men were ever so, since our first was blithe and bonny, converting all your sons of
Fine, I wrote a good song. In faith, thou thinkst well enough for a ship.
And he had been a dog that should have howled thus, they would have hanged him.
Yes. Now, dost thou hear, Ralph? Get us some excellent music for tomorrow night. We would have it at the Lady Hero's chamber window.
best I can, my liege.
Do so. Farewell.
never think that lady would love any man.
No, nor either. But most marvellous that she should so dote on Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behaviour seemed ever to abhor.
It is possible.
By my troth, my lord, I know not what to think, but that she loves him with an enraged affection, it is past the infinite of thought.
Maybe she does but counterfeit.
Faith, like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit never came counterfeit of passion so close to the life of passion as she discovers it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
What effects? That's my lord.
Yes.
Well, she will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
How? How? I pray you. You amaze me. I would have thought that lady was invincible against all assaults of affection.
She think this a goal? And then the white-bearded fellow speaks it.
He hath taken the affection of his own.
Has she made her affection known to Benedict?
Oh no, and swears she never will. For there's her torment. And she'll be up 20 times in the night, and there she'll sit in her smock until she have writ a sheet of paper.
Yes, and then down on her knees she falls and begs, weeps, pleads, tears her hair and beats her heart and says, "Oh, sweet lady, give me patience!"
She does indeed. My daughter tells us all. My daughter is sometimes afeard she will do a desperate outrage to herself. It is too true.
It were good Benedict knew of it.
Why? You ever make sport of it and torment the poor lady worse?
And should, it would be in arms to hang him. She is an excellent, sweet lady, and beyond all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And exceedingly wise.
In all things, but in loving Benedict.
Oh, your grace, wisdom and blood combating in so tender a body, we have 10 proofs to 1 that blood will have the victory. I'm very sorry for her, as I have just cause, being both her uncle and her guardian.
I would he had bestowed this dotage on me. I would have made her half myself. I pray thee, tell Benedict and see what he'll have to say.
Were it wise, think you?
Our hero thinks surely she will die. For she will die if he love her not. She will die if he make her love known, and she will die if he woo her.
Make tender of her love. 'Tis very possible he'll scorn it. For the man, as you all know, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is a very proper man.
He has some good outward signs of happiness.
For my eyes, I take him to be wise.
He does show some sparks that are like wit.
And I take him to be valiant.
Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Nay, never tell, my lord. Let her wear it out, a good counsel.
Nay, that were impossible. She may wear out her heart first.
Let us hear more of it from your daughter. We will cool it a while. I love Benedict well, but I wish he would modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
Will you walk, my lord? Dinner is ready.
If you do not dote upon this, I will never trust the expectation.
Let the same net be cast for her, and that must be by your daughter and her gentlewoman. Let us call Beatrice and ask her to bring him in for dinner.
This shall be no trick. The conference was Saturday morning. They have the shooting this mirror. Love me! It must be requited. Yeah, I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive that the love comes from her. They say also that she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I must not seem proud. Happy are they can hear their detractions and put them to mending. Say the lady is fair. The truth I can bear the witness. And virtuous, 'tis so. Cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. No, it is no great addition to her wit. And yet no great argument of her folly. For I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have read so long against marriage. But does not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth, he cannot endure in his age. Wits and sentences in these paper bullets or a man from the career of his humour? No! The world must be peopled! When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I was married. Oh, here comes Beatrice. Oh. By this day, she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love.
Against my will, I'm sent to bid you come to dinner.
Lady Beatrice! I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, signor? Farewell!
Against my will, I am sent. Bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that!
Good Margaret, run thee to the parlour. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice proposing with the Prince and Claudio. Whisper her ear and tell her I and Ursula walk in the orchard and our whole distance is all of her. Say that thou overheard us and bid her steal into the bleached bower. Where honeysuckles ripened by the sun forbids the sun to enter. Like favourites may proud my princess rather than pride against the power that read it. There will she hide her to our purpose. This is thy office. Fare thee well in it. And leave us alone.
I'll make her come, I warrant you.
Presently. Now, Ursula. When Beatrice doth come, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I come in here, let it be thy part to praise him more than ever man did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter, if Sir Cupid's crafty arrow may let only wounds like hearsay. Now begin. Look where Beatrice laughing runs, close by the ground to hear our conference.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her golden or the silver stream and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So, angle we for Beatrice. Fear you not my part of the dialogue?
No, truly, Ursula, she's too despicable. I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
Yes, so says the prince, my betrothed lord. And did they bid you tell her of it? They did entreat to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, to wish him wrestle with affection gentleman and to never let Beatrice know of it.
Oh, why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve so full and fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall couch for?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve as much as may be yield from a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride, sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look on, and her wit values itself so highly that to her all matter else seems weak. No, she cannot love, nor take no shape, nor project of affection. She is so indeed.
Sure, I think so, and therefore certainly it were not good she knew his love, lest she make sport of it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man how wise, how young, how noble, how red and good, but she would spell him backward. If fair-faced, she would swell it when she be her sister. If tall, and ill-headed, if low, and agates very wide cut. If speaking, why a vain blow? If silent, why a block bluer than none. So she turned every man the wrong side out, and then against the truth and virtue with faithfulness and merit.
Sure. Such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so on from old fashion as Beatrice's cannot speak. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Or she would laugh me out of myself. Press me to death with wits. Therefore, let her live. Conceal or lay aside. Quite simply. My cousin with.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedict.
Indeed, he hath an excellent good name.
His Excellency died it ere he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attires and have my counsel to better furnish you tomorrow.
She's lying down on you. We have caught her, madam.
So then nothing goes like that. Some cute pig kills with arrows, some on traps.
Fire is in mine ears. Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much. Content, farewell, and maiden pride, adieu. The glory is behind the back of such and Benedict. Oh, I will requite thee, taming my wild heart into thy loving hands. If thou dost love, I will incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band, for others say thou dost deserve it. I believe it. Better than reporting thee.
All you good men and
Yea, or else it be pity that they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were a punishment too good for them if they should have any allegiance in them, being chosen for the prince's watch.
Well, give them their charge, neighbour. Don't they?
First, who think you the most desertless man to be constable?
You okay, sir?
Oh, come people. Read and read and write. Come hither, neighbour Seacole. God have blessed thee with a good name. To be a well-favoured man is a gift of fortune, but to write and read comes by nature.
Both which.
You have. I knew it would be your answer. Well, for your favour, sir, give God thanks. And for your writing and reading, let that appear when there is no need of such vanity. You are thought to be the most senseless and fit man to be constable. Therefore, bear you the lantern! You shall comprehend all vagrant men. You are to bid any man stand in the royal name.
How if they will not stand?
I can take no note of him, but let him go. And presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, then he is none of the prince's subjects.
True, and they are not to meddle with any but the prince's subjects. You should also make no noise. For the watch to babble and talk is both tolerable and not to be endured.
We rather sleep than talk.
We know what belongs to a watch.
What? You speak like a most ancient and quiet watchman. For I cannot see how sleeping should have been. Have a care that the bills be not stung. You shall also go to all of the alehouses and bid those that are drunk to get them to bed.
How hast thou not?
Well, let them go to bed. And if they make you not the better answer in the morning, you may say they are not the men you took them for. If you meet a thief in the night, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. For such a kind of man, the less you meddle and make with them, what, the more is for your virtue.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your office, you may. Only I think them that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable thing for you to do if you should come upon a thief is to let him show himself for what he is and steal out of your company.
You've always been called a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, much more a man who hath any honesty in him.
If you should hear a baby cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
Now, if the nurse feels asleep and she won't hear us. Why then, depart in peace. For the you that will not answer a lamb when it bleats, bars, will much less answer
person. If you meet our Grace in the night, you may slay him.
Nay, fire! Our lady! I think we cannot.
Well, lady, I think 5 shillings to 1 on it, with any man that knows the statute, he may stay him. Marry, not without our Grace be willing, for the watch ought not to offend any man, and it is an offence to stay a man against his will.
That, our lady, I think it be so.
Ha well, good night, masters. And there be any matter of weights, chances, call up me. Keep your fellows' counsels and your own. And good night. Come, neighbour.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us sit here upon the church bench until tea. And then to bed.
One word more. I pray you keep a watch about Signor Leonato's door. For the wedding being there tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
I do but stay till your marriage be consummate, and then I go toward Aragon.
I'll go with her, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Nay, that would be as great as soil on the gloss of your new marriage, just to show a child its new coat, and forbidden to wear it. I will only make Goldwich Benedict for his company, for from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet, he's all mirth. His heart is as sound as a bell, and his tongue is that rapper. For what his heart feels, his tongue speaks.
Gallant, I am I am not as I have been. So say I. Methinks you are sadder.
I hope he be in love.
Hang him, truant. There's no true drop of blood in him to be touched by love. If he be sad, he wants money.
Yet say I, he is in love.
Good signor, walk aside with me. I have studied some 8 or 9 wise words I would speak with you, which these hobby horses must not hear.
By my life, to break with him about this.
'Tis even so. Both Hero and Margaret have played their part. Now the two bears won't bite each other when they meet. The two bears won't bite each other when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good evening, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
In private.
If it please you, yet Cambodia may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that, when he knows what I know.
If there be any impediment, I pray you discover it.
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me by that I now will manifest. For my brother, I think he holds you well, and in dearness of heart hath holp to effect your ensuing marriage. Surely suit ill spent and labour ill bestowed.
Why? What's the matter?
I come hither to tell you, and circumstances shorten, for she has been too long a talking of. The lady is disloyal.
Who? Hero?
Even she, Leonato's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you are the worst title, and I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrant. Go but with me tonight, and you shall see her chamber window entered even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her. But it would better fit your honour to change your mind.
This be so?
I will not think him.
If you dare not trust that you see, confess not that you know. If you will follow me, I will show you enough. And when you have seen more and heard more, proceed accordingly.
If I should see any reason tonight why I should not wed with her, tomorrow, at the congregation where I should wed her, there I'll shame her.
And as I wooed for thee to obtain her, I will join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no more till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Oh, day, untowardly turned.
Mischief strangely thwarted.
Oh, plague right well prevented. So will you say, when you have seen the sequel.